Hi, Whitworth community, both near and far. My name is Emily Soucinek, and I'm one of the mental health counselors at Whitworth University's Counseling Center. Well, I'm here today because I wanted to share with you guys a practical tip, a practical way that we can step into taking care of our hearts and our minds during this really difficult time that we all find ourselves in. One of the things that happens during a crisis, which I think it's fair to say that we're all in a crisis, one of the things that happens is that our thoughts can be a million different places at once. You might find yourself reading a book to your child, and at the same time you're thinking about the grocery list and wondering what's going to happen with the finances. Also maybe thinking about your loved ones and not sure if they're well. Our thoughts can go everywhere, and it can be really hard to find moments where we're grounded, we're fully present in one place. So the intent of this video is to give you a practical way, a very practical exercise and practice that we can implement in our daily lives, in the things that we already have before us, where we can be grounded, we can be fully engaged in one particular moment, doing one particular thing. What I'm going to share with you today is going to fall under the umbrella of mindfulness. Now wait, stop. Don't hit stop on your video just because I said the word mindfulness. I know some of you might be thinking that you've heard everything there is to say about mindfulness. Some of you might think it's too clinical or technical or lofty or has no congruence with the Christian faith. Well, I want to say today that mindfulness that is congruent with Christian faith, and that it also is an exercise that can be really simple and easy as well as really practical. Be clear that I'm not going to ask you to carve out a half hour, 45 minutes, even 20 minutes to find a quiet space in your room where you might be able to experience calm and peace. I'm going to give us an exercise today that we can implement again in our daily tasks that we're already doing each day. Some examples of those things that we could practice some mindfulness in are going to be things like doing the dishes, which I know I find myself feeling like I'm doing 10, 15 times a day, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, walking to the mailbox or back, mowing the lawn, working on the garden, maybe weeding or doing any other kind of yard work. Any task that we're doing on a regular basis, we can practice mindfulness. Mindfulness in a really quick definition would be paying attention with openness and curiosity. It's being fully engaged in the moment that you're in, allowing our minds to have a break from that million different places where it can go in any different moment for a short, brief period of time. There's tons of research out there, as many of you probably are already aware about the benefits of mindfulness, the increase in overall well-being that it can bring to our life, and the decrease that it can bring to some of the anxiety and stress that we feel. So the rest of this video is going to be just a demonstration of what that might look like as I kind of act this out of practicing mindfulness, being fully engaged with openness and curiosity while doing a really simple practical task. For me, I'm going to use the example of doing the dishes. Again, like I said, I feel like with 3 kids, 5 people under one roof, all of us at home feel like we're doing this nonstop. So doing the dishes. I'm going to set the intention, and this is where I would encourage you to do, of just doing something about 5 minutes long. Setting the intention of I'm going to be fully engaged and present for the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to take a few deep breaths just to help myself get started. And pretend with me that I'm doing the dishes. And I can pay attention with openness and curiosity to all the details surrounding. The warmth of the water, the texture, the weight of the plate. Maybe I'm paying attention to what the food that's left on the plate and the texture of that, or the smell of the soap. And while I'm engaging my attention fully, presently, on this task, taking deep breaths, I will inevitably notice a thought pop into my mind. I will be amazed if you don't have a thought pop into your mind within those 5 minutes. So let's say the thought pops into my mind of, oh yeah, don't forget to buy milk tomorrow when you go to the grocery store. Well, instead of having the thought of, Emily, why are you doing that? You're supposed to be focused on the dishes. I'm going to approach this thought with the same openness and curiosity, observing it without judgment of, my mind is having the thought that I need to remember to get milk tomorrow at the grocery store. Look at that. I'm having the thought about the grocery store. I'm going to observe, be open to it. I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to let it be there. And I'm also going to let it pass. I'm going to gently release my attention from that thought. Just like I would if you kind of imagine watching someone walk down the street if you're watching out your window and they slowly come out of view or go out of view. Gently releasing your attention from that thought and placing it back on the task at hand, doing the dishes. So I'm back at doing the dishes and taking a few more deep breaths, perhaps. I'm hearing the sounds of the clanking of the dishes as they hit one another. I'm noticing what it feels like as I put them in the dishwasher. And I'm paying attention to whatever else might arise. I might notice as I'm paying attention to the dishes that a feeling comes up. My thoughts started to wander to the future, and I found that I'm feeling scared. And I'm going to notice this without judgment, but with openness and with curiosity. Oh, there's a feeling. I feel afraid. I'm going to allow that feeling to be there. I'm not going to try to change it. I'm not going to try to get rid of it. I'm going to allow the thoughts and the feelings to come and go as they will. And I'm going to observe it with kindness, with gentleness, with curiosity and that openness, and allow it to be there. Same thing as I observe it, I'm also going to gently release my attention from that feeling and put my attention back on the task at hand, doing the dishes. This may go on, kind of this pattern may go on. Maybe you'll notice, I can even notice in this very moment, I can feel tension in my shoulder. Maybe you feel other bodily sensations. You can have openness as you notice those and have curiosity about them. Not curiosity about why. Same with feelings as they come up. You're not trying to ask why is that there. Just noticing what it's like. Being fully engaged in this one task, in this one moment. Thinking about this one thing at a time and being present to whatever it is that comes up without trying to change or alter them, but instead to approach them and have a posture of openness and curiosity. So this is something that I give to you. I give to you as not a fix-all, but I give to you as something that you can include in the daily practices that you're doing. And I don't want you to feel like, or I guess the most important thing is that you try, that you experiment with it if you want to. And that you know that in the trying, that's where the benefit is. It's not if you're doing it right or if you're doing it effective, you might not feel any change afterwards. But know that the accumulation of practicing something like this, of giving our minds and our bodies space to be fully engaged in one thing at a time, has been shown to be beneficial. I know for me, even doing this at times can help me gain insight of, oh, I was feeling that way, or, well, I am thinking those different things. So I encourage you with that. I'm grateful for you, Whitworth community, and I wish you all the blessings in the world. Peace.